Liverpool top of the Premier League. We're going to break down what happened in the 2-1 win at Anfield against Brighton. Liverpool looked unbelievable. In the final 30 minutes, the amount of intensity that they showed was absolutely unbelievable. It feels like Arne Slot's been there 5 years, let alone 5 months. And it is the kind of result that leads towards Premier League titles. I'm not saying it too early, but to come back, I mean, easily, especially with the Nottingham Forest result, easily maybe a point, maybe limping across the line. They showed a level of fight led by Mohamed Salah and a few other players where I'm like, these guys really think there's an opportunity there to win the Premier League title. We can debate their ability in February, March, April with the squad that they've got, if they need signings, etc. If Liverpool can actually win the title, we can debate that. But that was a title-winning performance, make no doubt about it, because this Brighton side are unbelievable. They scored early on, fantastic goal, 14 minutes in. I'm not going to butcher the guy's name, but it was an unbelievable finish. Probably should have had 2 on the day. But the intensity, the quality of players that can come off the bench and change the game for Liverpool in the final 20 minutes. And we'll obviously talk about the special goal, the second one in particular as well. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Would really appreciate it. And obviously make sure you like the video. In the first half, I think Brighton were lucky to probably be 1-0 up. The keeper for Brighton made so many saves from Darwin Núñez in particular, who I thought was fantastic all game. Verbruggen, he's one of the best keepers in the league on form at the moment. Every time I watch him, the Brighton keeper, he looks absolutely fantastic. One of the best young keepers in world football. He was keeping Liverpool at bay for 70 minutes of the game. Let's be completely real. Liverpool could have had 5 on the day, and the keeper kept them in it. All game, I thought Darwin Núñez looked like an absolute nuisance. He's now been given this kind of opportunity with Jota having a bit of a knock. It works. There's more balance to it. Since he arrived with Jurgen Klopp, it never felt like he fitted in, really, let's be honest. He showed moments of quality. Not world-class quality, but quality nonetheless. This Liverpool side look far more balanced. They keep a little bit more of the ball, and you feel that maybe there's a calmness to it now where Darwin Núñez, yes, he still has that kind of chaotic, head-loss energy, but he's a little bit more careful with his chances. You feel he's getting a little bit closer to being profligate, proficient. I'm not sure what the word is. Professional. He's more of a professional. He feels a bit more professional, and he executes to a higher level. Is what I'm trying to say. He was fantastic all game. He really was. And I don't know if he got the goal in the end. It might have been Gakpo, but he was dangerous all game. Let's be real. In the second half, again, Liverpool could have scored a couple of goals. The ball gets whipped in from Tsimikas. It goes into the back of the net, and it makes Liverpool go back to an even scoreline. Tsimikas at left back was absolutely fantastic today. Andy Robertson maybe being rotated because of his legs, because of his age. I think Tsimikas is really underrated. He has great energy, just like Andy Robertson. But what maybe has a little bit more over Andy Robertson is his delivery. A couple of set pieces in the game from Tsimikas where you think the actual whip on the ball, the left-footed kind of cross coming in, absolutely fantastic. I thought he was good today. They did get caught out a few times, Liverpool, and they were lucky that they got someone like Kelleher in goal, who is absolutely deputised for Alisson. He always does it when Alisson is injured or sent off. Kelleher always comes in. There's a calmness about him, a quietness about him, and he shut out Brighton. This could have been a 5-3 game. It could have been 4-2. It could have been 4-3. And both keepers kept it to only 3 goals scored. But that does allude to the fact that you can circumnavigate the Liverpool midfield. I've been saying it on this channel for a while. I've been slagged off for kind of criticising Gravenberch, which is never my intention because he's been one of the best midfielders in the league this season. But there are big spaces, and on the half turn, a good footballer can get on the ball, spin it around the centre backs, and play balls into the back line. And Rutter on Saturday had quite a few chances in and around the Liverpool back four. Van Dijk was caught out a couple of times, and they're not massive issues, but against big opposition, if Liverpool want to go and win the Premier League title. City come on the 1st of December, which is less than a month away. They're going to have to be a little bit smarter with that ball around the corner, especially if De Bruyne and Haaland are playing. It's just an observation. I think they have to get a little bit closer. McAllister as well. That you always feel if you can get on the ball against this Liverpool side, there will be space, but it's going to be harder to keep the ball because Liverpool keep the ball far better than they did with Jurgen Klopp. We have to talk about the Salah goal. I mean, it's just... I've run out of superlatives to talk about Mohamed Salah. The weight, well, first he had a big opportunity just before that. He's thrown goal. He tries to dink the keeper. He puts no weight behind it, which is unlike Salah, really. Sometimes he can smash it too hard and it will go a little bit wide. He'll skew it over the bar, skew it wide. And it was a big opportunity that you felt that maybe it wasn't Liverpool's day. I mean, that was the vibe when I was watching the game. You felt that it wasn't Liverpool's day necessarily. And then bang, he scores that winning goal. It is absolutely outrageous. He hasn't even just curled it around the keeper. To put it into the top of the net it's audacious. It is adventurous. It's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable goal. It's an unbelievable finish. And Mohamed Salah isn't just this kind of putting in cameo performances in his 30s and kind of seeing how long he can go. There's an argument he's as good as he's ever been. I mean, he was a threat all game. His pace, his fitness, he can stay on the pitch all game and be dangerous. And you felt that if it wasn't the 72nd minute he scored, he could have scored at the 95th minute, the 100th minute. I mean, it's just crazy how much longevity he's got and how much peak fitness he's got at his age. I know fitness is a bit of a lame thing to talk about on a football channel, but he's so fit going up and down the pitch. It's absolutely ridiculous, and he's a threat all the time. The goal, the finish, especially against Verbruggen as well. Unbelievable finish. This Liverpool side are a threat. They're 2 points clear. They've capitalised on Arsenal and City. And dare I say it, there is a philosophical approach that is now different between Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool. They're not three ball-playing sides that are all similar. Absolutely not. As of today, I think it can change with City, of course. As of today, Liverpool are the most adventurous, forward-thinking, aggressive side in the Premier League. They're top of the table. And they've got a mean defence. And a great squad, by the way. A great bench. You look at some of the players that came off the bench against Brighton. Arsenal and City are culpable of being a little bit flat, a little bit side to side, a little bit slow, a little bit pedestrian at the moment. Now, obviously, I back City. If Rodri's in the side, if De Bruyne's back to full fitness, all these other players, Savinho, that will change for City at some point this season. But it remains to be seen because as of today, City just lost to Bournemouth. As of today, Arsenal just lost to Newcastle and look even worse than City. Look really poor, really sluggish, really relying on Saka. Everything has to go through Saka. So next game Liverpool play, there could be an argument. You drop Salah, you play Gakpo, you play Nunez. You can just rotate. You can just rotate to your heart's content because the front six for Liverpool, whoever it is, 5 or 6, they can all come in and play to the same level of intensity. They all want to be in the side. They all want to play for Arne Slot. There's a breath of fresh air there. And at the moment, Liverpool have to take this opportunity. They already have, of course. They're 2 points clear. No more slip-ups against the likes of Nottingham Forest, which I don't think they will. Villa is coming up in the Premier League. I think that's a big one. They can beat Villa. There is definitely gaps in this Villa side, and it's getting further into the season, Champions League football, etc. At Anfield, I think they'll beat them. And then you're looking at Southampton. They've got some huge games against Leverkusen and Real Madrid in between in the Champions League, which I think they could definitely get through. And then City in December. If Liverpool remain unbeaten going into that City game, let's ignore the Champions League because you can kind of get away with draws or even a loss in the league format in the Champions League. If they remain unbeaten / win every single game going into the City game, they are a major force in the Premier League title race. The only side to have won it in the last 7 years isn't Manchester City, and all those players are still basically in the side. Let's be completely real. And they can improve with Alisson coming back. It is a major threat. They're top of the table. I'm starting to think about Christmas presents. Let's be completely real. We all are. It's getting cold out there, and Liverpool top of the table. So it was a big win against Brighton. This Brighton side have been absolutely fantastic this season, and there were points in the final 20 minutes. Yes, it was a little bit end-to-end throughout most of the game, but in the final 20 minutes, I saw a level of intensity that was Jurgen Klopp-esque. But Arne Slot's brought this kind of patience and calmness and kind of quality on the ball as well. Very impressive performance. Very concerning. They've lost one game all season, Liverpool. That's to Nottingham Forest, who are only a few points behind them in the table. Crazy. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you made it this far, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.